Yo guys, welcome back to another update on Hurricane Bonnie, which is now weakening. It had a remarkable journey out from in the Atlantic, all the way from Africa, all the way and in its life into the Pacific. The longest tracking storm we've had so far. We've got an invest. They are giving this system a 30% chance of the next 40 hours. That was a 40% chance yesterday. And 70% chance in the next 5 days. Offshore, so the Mexico, a tropical wave located 700 miles south of the southern coast of Mexico continues to provide a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for gradual development, and a tropical depression is likely to form well south or southwest of the southern west coast of Mexico over the weekend or early next week, while the disturbance moves westward or west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. So this is moving 15 miles an hour right now. Might not form. Might form. We don't know. Depends on how the wind shear is down there right now. Depends how the wind shear is down there. This system is still 90 miles an hour. Moving west-northwest at 14 miles an hour. By Sunday, this system's going to be dissipated. So, as you can see on Hurricane Bonnie, it's 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It's weakening, nothing to do. By Sunday, it'll be a remnant low, and then basically there'll be nothing active in the world until obviously until that system forms. It might not form, but the GFS wants something in the Atlantic. Here's the wind history right now, which is kind of crazy because it started in the Atlantic, travelled in the Pacific, and this became the Pacific's first major hurricane of the 2022 season. The first Atlantic hurricane. This is the first Atlantic storm to do this in 26 years since Cesar Douglas in 1996. So, anyway, here is Tropical Tibbets. The Tropical Tibbets' own estimates, they are hinting of 80 knots, and it's gone a eye wall. It's got an eye out. Whether it's dry air or wind shear, I don't know. But we still have subtropical storm area out there right now. I don't know how the system regained tropical storm status, because the waters there are at least 20. What are they? I think they're 24, 25 degrees. This thing is still blowing up. Minus 90-degree convection, and it's at nearly 20 degrees north. It's kind of crazy. If that says it on satellite imagery that's an eye, then it could start intensifying again. Yeah, they want this as an eye. Dvorak. They want an eye, so an eye can keep a storm's intensity for a bit longer. Yeah, on Dvorak they're saying they're coming back with an eye. Now this is why Dvorak is helpful, because if the Dvorak says there's no eye and it's just a big cloudiness of mess, then and it shows an eye on infrared or satellite, it doesn't mean it has an eye. It could be dry air wind shear, you don't know. But for this, Dvorak's coming back with an eye, and they're confirming that it's an eye for the second time, which this is the second time Bonnie had an eye. First time was when it was a Cat 2, which I clearly think when it was a Cat 2, I clearly think that was a major hurricane at its peak. I don't think when it was 105 miles an hour and it had the eye, I thought that was 120. It looked like a 120 mile an hour storm. But as you can see, yeah, Dvorak's coming back with an eye. Water vapor. There's dry air around this system right now, I think. There is dry air trying to infiltrate this system. Yeah, it's trying to penetrate into the system. Now, you got these little islands here. And these are Chorus Islands. These islands will get absolutely trashed by rainfall from Bonnie. As it heads towards this area, it's going to start getting into this very dry air. Unfavorable dry air, which will tear the system apart. Plus, the wind shear will be high. At least around 20 to 40 knots. Or coming out from all different sides, basically. That could be wind shear preventing the eye. But it's got a nice rounded eye. Still blowing up some. It's not really blowing up some good convection, though. Outer bands are kind of weakening, as you can see in the storm. But that doesn't matter. You can see the dry air, which is trying to infiltrate into the system, which is why the dry air is basically looking like that. That's why you see that dry air. This is what a storm should be doing. Breathing, moving. That's what a storm should be doing. But when there's dry air, a storm basically does this. So it does this and then leaves this bit open for the dry air to train in. And then the centre's here and it chokes the centre off. And that's what weakens the storm. So I'll show you the La Nina, because apparently we're meant to be going down into a triple dip La Nina later on this month. But as you can see, it's going back down here. We could get back to a La Nina, maybe not. But the Pacific is basically cold right now. Pacific's not good. Pacific's below average. Basically, the only bits that are not thingy is because the only bits that are cold are the subtropics in the Atlantic, which can hold tropical activity. You got the La Nina still here present in its neutral state right now, but that could change. That will change in the long term. And then you got this bit, which is the Pacific is starting to go back to normal right now, but the damage has been done. The SSTs are pretty low in this system anyway. Well, in the whole basin. Forecast models, they want a storm to form in the Atlantic on June the 16th. I think so that's next week. They want this vorticity, and they want these three. Don't know if that's going to become named because they're off this trough here. That's basically heading towards the UK. But you see this trough. Don't know if that's going to form. If they do want to form, basically this one, basically is the prominent one that probably will form, and then weakens down, and then that's all you really have. So we could have Danielle, and then in July, and then we could have the rest of the other name storms. Like, yeah, we could have Danielle, and then we could have Earl, then Fiona, then Gaston, then Hermine, Ian, Julian, Carl, Lisa, Martin, Nicole, Owen, Paula, Richard, Shari, Tobias, Vinny, and or Vigi, whatever you call it, and Walter. So they're all the names for the Atlantic this year. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if this was a 10-minute long video. I do apologise. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday. I was just kind of busy doing stuff for school, because I've got my exams coming up and everything. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go to like, comment, subscribe, share. See you all in the next video. Peace and have a great day.